Alright, get another one in here. Still want to try to capture that star build at some point. But, hey, we ended up with a kind of unique thing that last game as a nail biter. I'm trying to think if there's any other builds. It's like I'll probably feel better after I get like my first legit loss here, because then I just want to see how long I can go without losing. Okay, we've done an Icarus game already, but I kind of want to do it again. Gosh, it's a great way to lose, because I feel like in the right lobby you lose. But I could feel that way about every single one of these. I'm going to do the Icarus again. Like, Savitri is like the opposite of Icarus, kind of. Like, I'm back and forth on if I like Savitri. It's a great one once you're really high at MMR and you really don't want to get 7th or 8th. Whereas Icarus is not a good one for that, but... problem with Savitri is... I don't know, it just doesn't really give you any advantage other than just stalling out an extra turn. I guess it just gives you some extra time to find something. The old Savitri, I think, gave 2 extra life, so it was a little bit better. Gosh. Generally, I find usually against as Icarus, you can actually just not take damage the first fight, because most stuff in this game has 1 or 2 health when it starts, but obviously there's basically 3 exceptions to the rule. A talking frog that got to get, sweet oranges or whatever the hell. He got like more than sweet oranges on it, or a small imp, or an angel cat. Those are about the only things that you die to. Alright, who do we got in this game? Livy Live from HFT. I'm not loving being Icarus into this because, like, if you look at the heroes, there's so many tempo heroes. At least I'm facing a Fafnir now than later. Gosh, could have saved a health if I just 50-50'd that. Alright, now it's time to start getting units. We definitely need better than that. Fuck. This ain't good. Well, I could take a 3-cost here and buff it by 1. So I could get a 6-4, that sucks. I could get a 3-5 ranged, that still kind of sucks. Yeah, this is not good. I think we can YOLO. Like, we really wanted something better. We need something better. This is pretty fucking bad. This is pretty fucking bad. Well, I think we had to low roll pretty hard there to not... There's a plethora of 3-drops that are good. Think about, like, egg, farmer, dog, angel, demon. Any of these would have done. So I think I was right to roll there. Sometimes the RNG just doesn't go your way. And that's the problem with Icarus. This turn is so important for Icarus. I guess if I can get like a Consti, then maybe we salvage this, but yeah, I'm definitely... And then I lose the 50-50 on top of things, like... Okay, at least we got Consti. Though, honestly, would I be better off with Ori right now since I have that? I don't think so. I think we want to take these. I will lock this, though. Should I? It's going into level 4. Let me think about this. I finally have a board. Do I really want to go down the Dwarf route? I kind of have to, I think. I will lock this, because if I am going down the Dwarf route, having a cheap item and an Ori is better than anything I can find at level 4. You know, the 4-cross dwarf isn't that good. Easily the weakest dwarf. And the only other thing I might be looking for is a husky. Just something for tempo, or maybe a crab. So I think this is an okay lock. Getting a good dwarf to, you know, we'll get another 1/1 there. Alright, we're still barely winning these, or tying them. Well, we have the pirate stuff. Just don't think we have time or health to do that. Could cast that if we think we can win. That parrot's kind of a bitch. Now I don't know if the aura still is an aura. Yeah, let's just do this. I was hoping for a cheaper item there, maybe. Well, I could try to have the parrot just have another target back here. I think that's fine. They don't have the... Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. So we give the parrot at least a 1 out of 3 to brick, and then... I mean, I guess I could put this up here. I don't think it matters really. Like, we almost would... Either way, we're losing something. The other argument, I guess, is like, the problem is I don't know if this aura, in the olden days, I don't know if this ever got patched. Well, we'll never find out. We actually got what we needed there. Hey, we're going to win a fight. That's good. They would want to go Dwarf, says Tinkerbell. I'm surprised they're not. It's a very expensive item. Take a free roll. All of this sucks. Okay, I mean, I did say that this Dwarf does suck, but this is an okay play here. Okay, we'll switch this to here because he gains a lot from that. I guess he's not that bad, is he? I think since we have this Consti, I will lock this. This is really good on Consti. And we have a full board now, so things are looking up. I guess we can show a Dwarf build off. It'll probably, my experience with Dwarf builds has not been that great, I'll be honest. The problem is consistency. If you can get everything, they're insanely good, but it's just an issue with consistency. But we do have like an okay setup right now. But like once I hit 5, I have to hit Blacksmith. And once I hit 6, I have to hit both 6-drop Dwarfs, but I especially have to hit the... I can't remember his name. I run Dwarf so little that I don't know them by name. I know Multi, but it's the other one. Who knows, who cares? That's who his name is. It's who knows, who cares. I feel like Snow White's quest takes way too long to proc. Okay, they are Livy Live apparently as dwarves. But not really. They haven't bought any items. It's curious. Alright, put that there. So that'll just continue growing. This guy's taking his hero power a little too literally here, I think. I think I might just sell this because it's pretty useless for me and just take the item and put it here. Yeah. And then we'll be at level 5 and we can look for blacksmith. I mean, the other dwarf is fine too, the one that can carry a ton of items. And that will be eventually very good with this vampire dagger that we're going to have gaining stats here. The way that other, I call him like the pack mule dwarf, the one that can carry like 4 items. Basically all of his items get double stats, so something like this, if you have a consti, grow it to like, you know, maybe 10-ish of stats, then it's getting like quite a lot of stats. I mean, we want to grow it more to than a 10-10, but we just may not have time, depending on how aggressive this lobby is. And like I said, we have Fafnir, although looks like they've procced their hero power twice so far. That's tough. Yeah, I'd say that's like the gold standard for Fafnir. Like by now to proc it twice is like not low or high roll, it's pretty mid roll. Yeah, this guy's not gonna beat us. Okay, never mind, he's gonna tie us. Jesus. Are we really that weak? How did that fucking happen? I don't know how that happened, to be honest. I didn't pay that close attention, but shit. Okay, we really need to find those dwarves. I could take the health, though. I don't know. I'm low on it. When you're ahead on curve, the gold matters more. I need to get these items. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to move you back here. And let's go and have you do that. And I guess you can go up there. Some dog needs to get out of here. Alright, things are looking good. We got the blacksmith. I'm pretty happy about this. But again, going back to the consistency thing, even though I've hit on all these things, I still have to hit those level 6s in a timely manner. But if I do, we win. Because Dwarfs is like, they get out of control once you get all those pieces. I guess you should go there, huh? I feel like I don't like dwarfs because you'll notice I run a lot of these other builds like pirates and mage and dog and farmer, and they mix and match with other tribes. But the dwarfs are just I don't like them. They're not like, they don't mix and match with anything. Like maybe the blacksmith does sometimes, but like I hate their playstyle. They're just so boring to me. Alright, we can take that. Oh, and there's this. Perfect, we can get that guy out of there. Okay, so at some point we can transition stuff over to this unit. Man, if I had one more gold, I would buy that. I would sell those and buy it, but since we don't, let's roll here. I could sell these and buy that. All it's doing is giving me a treasure. That's probably worth it, honestly. It's giving me some stats, too. Wizard head, I guess. I'm going to put the stats here, because eventually this dagger will go over here. And at that time, we will want him to have some stats, because it's going to drain his stats. Just gives it a little more longevity. It's also just, I don't like going dwarfs when I'm not Tinkerbell, because you run into situations like this where it's like, as the game goes higher, all of the items get very expensive. With Tinkerbell, that's not the case. She does a good job of keeping the cost reasonable, but you know, it's like $5 for that is a heavy price to pay when I also am trying to look for dwarves and shit. But basically the way we want to run this thing is we want to make it grow as much as we can in Consti before switching it over to Tempe. That's the name, Tempe. I should move you there. Alright, took out the top in the lobby while we tied him. I felt like I actually was more powerful there. I just, for whatever reason, things didn't seem to go our way that well, but it's fine. Okay, we take the cheap item for sure. Let's put it there. I think we gained the most from putting it there. Because you get a 5/6 for it. This only gives a 2/3. We're still level 5. I think we just start picking up any items. Any and every item. Okay. Why didn't I do that first? I'm an idiot. Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Yeah, these are pretty just nothing. And I could do the simple dagger, I guess, because eventually that goes there and it can keep leeching health. I don't know. It's probably better than taking 2 gold. Alright, we'll do this. Go like that. I missed out on 1 attack. It is what it is. Another thing is we want to build up the items on Blacksmith and transfer them to Tempe as well when the time is right. Basically, we just want to make a giant Tempe, which is pretty, you know, they can counter it with the mirror relatively well, but sometimes they won't have time to do that because I will, you know, I will kind of surprise them with that. See, now here's the awkward thing. It's like, I am on level 6 now. Do I buy the Tempe? I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll cast that. Like, we really do just need to find the, those 6-cost dwarfs. And even that, it's like, I do want that, but I think we need the 6-cost dwarfs first and foremost here. Don't think I'll cast that spell. That one I will. Nero pivot? Don't think so. Okay, now this unit is so good I think I probably take it. Right? I'm pretty sure I do. We'll just put that there. I could sell this. Should have maybe done the mix of Wizzle first just to get my free spell. Oops. I could do this. Okay. I think this was fine. I think that Blacksmith is so good that the Tempe is good, but like picking up another one just doesn't help me, whereas picking up another Blacksmith does help me. So once I'll just replace the Snow White, hopefully eventually with a 6-cost dwarf. I gotta say, though, we've done a pretty good job of stabilizing. You know, we had the bullshit start, which pretty much you always have with Icarus, but I felt like there was a little bit of extra bullshit going on. So we got to 18 health pretty much immediately, like 3 rounds in. And we haven't lost health at all, and now we're gaining back health. Perfect. And my board's looking alright. And we should be well ahead of most of them. They would have had to cast 2 experience spells to catch up to me in experience. So, you know, despite me not finding the 6 cost this turn, I'm still technically ahead of them. Yeah, see, I'm 2 experience ticks ahead of this person. Now, I will say, if somebody does go full scam, that definitely can be a problem for dwarves. Wow, we barely beat him. I had to have RNG go my way there, too, at the end to even win that. They have, like, a Merlin's staff and stuff. Could be tough. Alright, I do not want that, I do not want that. We really need to find them 6 cost dwarves. There we go, and that's the exact one that I want to find. Now I can justify buying something like this a lot more. A lot more. Okay. Liking it more and more. So the nice thing about the bag is it's a little confusing. Like it almost implies that you can put another item on top of it, but that's not really how it works. It just basically is you can stack the pouch. I think they could word this a little better. And honestly, it just doesn't. What it should be is like a featherweight. That's the way it basically functions. It doesn't allow you to carry extra items. It just is itself an item that doesn't use up a slot, essentially. Only the purple bag is the only one that actually functions as an actual pouch would. But either way, it's really good because it gives an extra stat for this while not using up a slot. And then extra stuff there, and it's another thing that I can eventually put to Tempe. Yeah, so Admiray, that's the name of this unit. The problem is, like, we've done it, we've found the proper stuff, and I feel pretty good now. Like, I think, we could still lose, but I feel pretty confident we're at least not gonna, I don't know, we're against the top of the lobby again here, but they don't really have a build, random star stuff, but we're gonna have a ton of stats here, so I'm not too worried about it. I feel well ahead of the lobby right now. And just hopefully no one can find some, there is the Hercules, like they might be able to find stuff and get their double stats, but you never know. Yeah, this build still hasn't really transitioned into anything. To be honest, I'm surprised they're at full health still. Definitely ain't gonna be at full health now. Boom. Oh, and we just doubled the value, folks. We just doubled the value. This is how we do it. We don't want that. If I had one more gold, I could afford that. Oh my gosh, look at that though. Another Admiray. Amazing. That'll replace, I think, Ori. I don't know. Maybe it replaces Javi. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Well, we got time. People are taking their times on their turns, so we'll just use that to our advantage here. So this thing gets 5/6 for each item, so it's 10/6. I think that, yeah, the Javi gets replaced. That's pretty clear. And we'll just, we have plenty of item slots. I think what I'll do is I'll switch some of these to Tempe. And, yeah, we'll just start the growth of Tempe here. I'll still keep trying to greed the dagger for a bit longer. Look at it, it's already up to 22. Now if I can find a multi, which is the other 6-cost dwarf, it literally doubles the stats of every item. So, this will be doubled by multi and then doubled by Tempe. He actually could use one of these too, but definitely on Admiry right now is the best double entrance. So the Arcane Rune doubles the entrance. On entrance, I get all of those stats per item to the Dwarf, so I'll get double that right now. We'll get another one. I mean, if I can upgrade this, then it's even more wild. So we're now experiencing the Dwarf craziness, which is fun. I don't often get to. I guess we should just do this, huh? Just to free up a slot in the shop. Like, we're never using Snow White at this point. Even if I triple the whatever, I'm gonna have the Havy on the bench that can come in if I triple the blacksmith. Alright, this is an interesting build. He's got a huge mat. That's about all he has, though. He has a Captain Hook for some reason. Oh, he got the double stats. Ah, that sucks. At least none of his stuff is really all that good, though. Oh well. Okay, so bench you. Let's move that there. I'll move that there. I'll move these over to you. Move these over to you. And then move you. You need to be in slot 1 now. And then I'll buy that. A boost. So that's not useful to us. There's the highest tier of vampiric item, but we really don't have a big reason to like lock for that or anything. I'll tell you what I could do though, is I could change my hero. There's no reason to stay as Icarus right now. If I could change to Tinkerbell, that would be the best. Alright, we don't, but Artemis is fine here. Make our Tempe ranged, why not? Definitely over all of these. So that's pretty nice change. So now our Tempe became ranged because we became Artemis. Looks good to me. The high rolls just keep continuing. No complaints here. I love it. I love it. Loving it. I wonder if I should switch that. I probably should switch that. We want these to be, yeah. Like, I want the range unit to have more attack than the Admiry, for sure. We're gonna have so many fucking stats here. Now, I hope I didn't roll past multi. The multi art is really weird. Like, the unit just seems really small in the portrait, so it's by far the unit I pass over the most when I'm specifically trying to look for it. I kind of wish that you could just go to your collection and like highlight a unit. I should actually, I'm gonna make that suggestion after this game. I think if they're gonna have the collection able to open in the game, which I do like that, by the way, I love that they have that. I think you should be able to like highlight a unit that you want to see. That's actually, I'm a genius. That's such a good idea, is it not? See, now look how, this is why I hate facing dwarfs sometimes. It's like, I've played as them enough to know that they're not that consistent, and this doesn't happen all the time, and I have a lot of, like, prior to the MMR reset, I'd played around a lot with dwarfs, and I determined they weren't that consistent, but when you face a dwarf that is doing what I'm doing right now, you just are like, what the hell? Like, you almost think like that it needs to be nerfed, right? Even though it really doesn't, but yeah, you get the picture. Not gonna take that item. Okay, well, no need to triple it when we can just do this, right? I'm tempted just to do that, honestly, because this is the hardest unit to actually triple, but this is going to give us by far the most value right now, so we'll do that. Take out Fafnir once and for all here. And this is the thing, with, like, we're so, you know, the combo of us being ahead on experience and just kind of high-rolling every dwarf thing here, like, it's so hard for them to deal with us right now. I think we will sell Havy, just to get the final item here. Do we want the item there? We probably want it there, right? We gain more from it being there. But yeah, as I was saying, it's like, there's just nothing that can keep up with you on curve here. It's like, and you take a full board worth of damage, even if you have a decent build. It's like you're going along having fun in your game, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing good, and then you take fucking 15 damage. It's like I hate dwarfs. So it's like going back to why I hate dwarfs. I hate them because they don't really take any skill at all to play. It's just like see dwarf, buy dwarf. Like you see it, it's like cats. It's like you just see them, you buy them. There's not any nuance to it. They don't mix and match with anything else. At least cats can mix and match with something else, but the dwarfs don't. And it's not like this is different than Storybook Brawl. This was the same thing that, like, they obviously play very different, but I didn't like dwarfs in Storybook Brawl either because they were just so brain dead. We're not going to sit here and pretend we made any sort of big brain. We did nothing that really required much skill expression on this run, if you think back on it. Like, the only thing was maybe I made some decisions to go into dwarfs early, but given what showed up in the shop, there wasn't really much of a decision, right? And now here I am on level, round 15 with an entire board of 300 stat units. I hate dwarfs. They're so bullshit. Okay, I could take the second Tempe here, and then just, since we're now down to, I guess it's not the one-on-one, unfortunately. This guy really is alive with this bullshit. Well, he's gonna have, you may have 2 300s, but guess what? I got 7 of them. I still don't think this is worth my money. I'd rather find a multi or another Admiry, I think. We'll just take that final item there. Okay, there's the multi. That'll replace that, I think. Now we're gonna get even more shit. Like, we're just gonna keep growing, baby. We're just gonna keep growing. Wait, how's this? Did I not put this guy to 4 health and he's back to 12 now? Am I tripping here or what? Did I not put this guy to 4 health? How are you up to 12 health? No. Did he really find that much health? I did put that guy to 4 health, no? Something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. This technically counts toward my total, so I will buy it. It counts toward my total for both these units. Consti. We don't need Consti. Alright. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to envision. I know there's the sacrifice spell that gets you 3 health, but that thing is, it increases in cost every time. I guess you could still cast it multiple times. There's, the 1 health spell, but that's a lot of times to cast that spell. Like, that's with how much they nerfed healing, that's insane that they were able to gain 8 HP. I don't think I've ever gained HP in a game in like 400 or 500 games played. I don't know. Even prior to the nerf. I mean, there's this spell. You get 3. I guess you gain their level. So I guess he could have done it to level 6 units, which is quite a steep price, but I guess. The thing is, they're gonna die here. Okay, they went down to 10, so they sacrificed a bunch of the health. Yeah, was it worth it getting that health back? I don't think so. Oh, and the other guy died to a ghost. The brother gambler died to a ghost. Amazing. Alright, well, there. I got to get a Dwarf game recorded. Then I never have to play it again. That's like the only way I go into Dwarfs is that. Like, I'm forced into it. Because maybe I'll show them again when I'm forced into it and I lose, and you'll see why I don't think they're consistent. But obviously when you just find everything, I mean, we were high rolling our asses off. It's just unstoppable. And here's the thing. This is why I don't like dwarfs, I guess. And I'm just bitching here at this point, right? I'm just complaining. But I would like to reiterate that I love this game. I think it's done an incredible job in its development cycle so far. But I do want to just bitch about dwarfs and I don't think they'll ever be changed. But you know, let's compare sides here, right? There's me who gets to just crush them with these. Now I don't think they're up to 500 stats or whatever now. Say between 3 and 500 stats units of a whole board of them. Me putting on 15 damage at a time to every person that I face for several rounds here is mildly amusing. For me, it's mildly amusing. It's not like some ecstatic joy I get out of it. However, for my opponents, it's mind-numbingly aggravating to face something like this. And as for me, when I face something like this, it is mind-numbingly aggravating. It makes me tilted beyond all repair. So it's like, it's a net loss, I feel, that these stupid dwarfs exist. But at least right now, I will say this, I love the meta right now because dwarfs are inconsistent. We don't see them that much. But when there were periods in the beta before this where they were very consistent, like this unit has been nerfed several times. Imagine this one giving like, I think the original version just gave 8/8, like unupgraded or something. But there was just there's some players like that just spammed them every game, and like I knew that they were gonna, like I would just know them by name. And I'm like, oh, here comes another dwarf player. And it was just like aggravating to play against them. It really reminded me of the various periods in Hellfire Tactics that greeners, like whenever greeners were broken, it would always be like the worst meta. So to me, if any meta that has dwarfs as the main, or a main thing to go to is just a meta I will hate. But right now they're not like a main thing, and I think that's great because I don't want to face this crap every game. I just don't. It got to the point where I just started running scam every game, especially if I saw certain players. And I will say, if dwarfs becomes a thing, or fluffs for that matter, and even dogs to a certain extent, run scam. Scam is the way to beat those. Scam will crush anything that just sort of is a full board of stat sticks. Scam generally will be favored against. But anyway, our streak continues. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.